All right, welcome to today's episode of This Too Deep. Just thank you for joining me today. I know the title of the video is probably what got you on here. If not, you just think I'm sexy and you wanted to say what's up. So, DMs is open if that's what you was wondering. But let's get back to the video right here. If you could read what the fuck this says right here. That's crazy, huh? I'm about to show you how, can't tell you if this is a downloaded message, couldn't tell you if this is just like, God kind of blessing my ears and my heart. But I definitely believe that the way that this world is kind of changing and transforming, more people have to really be standing on their truth and standing on true, authentic ideas. And if we don't have enough of that, bro, we're going to continue to be consequenced by a world that we don't even take part in. So, with my identity already being pretty squandered and me looking to build an empire, truly a community of conscious individuals, I'd like to have conversations like this. So maybe we could take part in positively changing the world one day. If not today, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, another day. But let's get into this shit, all right? So this is what we're starting with. This is generally what the conversation of women's liberation has. And actually, let me preface this video first by even saying this. I am a man. I am a cishet, just like straight gendered man. You can take my whole entire video, the whole entire opinion with like a grain of salt, with a million grains of salt, because I am not a woman. I do not have a period. I cannot have children. And this is not even my space to speak. You can take all of this as entertainment, but this is not even my space to speak. I just wanted to offer an opinion looking from the outside, hoping that one day when we are ready to come together as men and women, we can build together with the intellect and the insight of both sides, rather than constantly forcing each other to give us answers, but not truly knowing what we want or what we need. So this is just my, put a note in the bottle and throw it in the ocean and hope the love of my life finds it. This is basically what it is, but I'm giving it to all you women, and I hope that you guys can do something being real women and seeing if this could work. Hopefully we can apply this to the real world that we live in some real communities, in some real time, bro, because I'm telling you, we deserve to live in a world that gives us the opportunity to live fully from who we really are. Now let's get back to this shit, what I'm talking about. This is usually what the conversation around women's liberation is. We start with talking about, I'm an independent woman, I can provide for myself, and yes, you can. But we're going to, okay, let me not even say but, let's just get into all these first. And then I can't even say that I'm debunking. It's just that this is not enough for you as a woman to truly explore the fullness of who you are and what the creator, the source, intended you to be. We are living in a 2,000-year-old, multi-thousand-year-old cult thinking society that doesn't take the opinion or the experience of women when creating legislation, especially about women. We take what women are good for, and then we create an identity and significance around their uses to us as men before appreciating them for the infinity of what they can be in their knowing as themselves as women. So this conversation is already so limited because women only have this much space to provide what kind of value they believe they have to justify their liberation. Because we're not looking at all this extra shit that women can do. We're looking at this. And if this is what they're doing and this isn't enough to like grant them liberation or autonomy, then we're just never going to give it to them. So we have to have these conversations from the outside of the general populace, because look at this. This is not what we're talking about. This is the only thing we're talking about. Imagine what happens when we start having these kind of conversations. We start saying, you know what? Fuck that. It is that deep. Let me really start thinking about caring about not just women here, not just the women I like, not just the women I'm related to, but for generations of a society of people who have to adapt to a world that is constantly changing, and selves, identities, knowledge, awareness that is constantly changing and attempting to get in flow with it. while also maintaining some kind of genuine alignment with a source that created us, that is full of unconditional love. ADHD keeps on making me want to go into tangents, and I'll be passionate, so obviously I'm gonna get down in them. But we'll save that for like some live videos. I never want to get too deep off the topic right here. So we talk about women provided for themselves financially, and we're gonna have this, ladies, we're gonna have this conversation maybe in a few weeks, in a few days, but we're gonna talk about what providing really means, and then we're gonna understand how we got a lot of work to do in that category. Sexual freedom and bodily autonomy, that's something that every human being should have the right to, just the autonomy over their own body and how they navigate with it. Especially with this society that we live in, how it's, women don't even have an opportunity to believe in the system to grant them justice when they are being inflicted outside of their autonomy. Like when they don't even want to be engaged. They don't even have protections for that. So like, why are we still depending on this system even, bro? When it's like, when women is victim, we're not gonna listen. But when women is almost coming in to abuse the system that abuses women, oh, hell no, bro. Like then we have a problem. See, all of these conversations reflect women's relationship outside of the man and how the man wants to deal with responding to it. Not men and women arguing with each other to get to a deeper sense of unity. Let me keep going. Social and gender equality, we're going to talk about maybe in another episode, I don't know about this one, if it's really gender equity and people knowing what roles they have and what kind of energy they bring. And then it's also heterosexual relationships, and heterosexual relationship culture is super controlling, and very, very, very too, like, the patriarchy made it way too tight and limited for the infinite energy that women have. Excuse me. So we weren't even gonna, like, this, you don't even want equality to a man. You want freedom, and you want your needs met and to be accommodated and to be able to exist fully in who you are. And that is way, way, way more than equality. I talk about this even to my black people. You don't want equality with the white man. The white man came here and told us what we were going to do and told us how to live, and it did not work for us at all. We are a living trauma response to poor programming. We need to look within, look to who we are, look to who the people who existed like us were before these colonizers came in, and talk about what we really need, and then find out how these other people that we're thinking about being equal to actually can help us getting what we need from ourselves, or to better create an environment to where we can tap into the deepest parts of ourselves. And then we can feed you in relation to your ability to do that for us. How does that sound? But we're not going to talk about that, bro, because we don't believe in each other. This patriarchy is so fucked up, bro. I swear to you. Okay, I had to get back to cracking. So we're going to start from just like the birth state. So women are born. Women are born. If I get a video editor, bro, that'd be the funniest clip right there. But I probably won't, because I just want to get these videos out to y'all. But let's get in here, because I think I'm going to get kicked out of this office in a bit. So this, in the society we live in, these two are almost competing with each other. They're like, these people are like, I'm so ashamed of not having an ideal living situation, so I'm going to hate these people from the bottom. These people are like, ew, look how disgusting those people are for not having an ideal living situation. Hold on. Okay, good. My bad. I had to just make sure we were still recording, because, I could go off and be talking for 10 minutes and, So these two, in society, shame forces us to look at each other and hate before it asks us to look at each other for admiration, inspiration, and to grow and probably build together, because regardless of how much we hate each other, we're going to have to exist in this world together like one big happy family. So we might as well make it work the fuck out. All right? So we're going to find out, as a community, as regular people, we don't follow the standards of rich people. They're in their own delusion with all of our money. We need our own reality in our brokenness, all right? So we start with who exemplifies the behaviors and the characteristics of healthy relationships that we admire. Who? What are those characteristics? What are those attributes? Let's get together in communities and talk about how we can create at least a system or an identity or a character that exemplifies that, like a Jesus Christ for the Christians, and then start putting attention, putting influence, or giving influence to those people who have that. So the majority of society, even if people who don't get to interact with these ideal living people, can still be influenced and still be reinforced and engaged in positive behaviors. Just like we promote rap music, bro. But we could also do that for, for good dads in the home, for loving mothers in the home, for great siblings, for great mentors, bro, and great siblings and all types of, we can choose what we promote. We're just so unconscious when we promote shit. They basically just tell us what we want and then feed it to us, instead of us telling them what we want to see, what we want to be inspired by, and then us actually being able to create different funnels to the rest of society to get as many people living in alignment with such lifestyle. Not with a royal family, not with a specific person, with a lifestyle that people can all engage in, having their needs met and being in the right opportunity. Taking advantage of the right opportunity, forgive me. So these people in the ideal living situation probably had two parents, probably had, multi-generational family, probably had access to, education and health at home. And we're definitely going to talk about this soon. But again, I might get kicked out of this library soon. So this is a conversation we're going to have maybe on a live stream or something. But we understand this. This is going to be real deep when we get into what the ideal is. Now, many more people have been born into this, especially in capitalism. Many more people have been born into a broken family system with a traumatic childhood, which already stops them from being able to see healthy habits and behaviors, and probably puts them into an echo chamber of other people who have, because those are the only people you can relate to, and it's difficult to relate to people who behave differently and literally live and look at life differently than you do. And then there's also the people who could have come from here, but either the few that have squandered, and then the many who life came around, or society really, came around and mollywopped you in the face and circumstantially put you in this broken situation to where now you're not even broken as a woman. It's just your situation is broken. You're depending on yourself as an individual. I don't think anybody can do it on their own. You're in a broken relationship as an independent human being. So we need all these people, instead of creating a culture here, instead of creating a culture around how we're just coping with society, we're coping with how we live, we're coping, but we're never really addressing. We need to start creating these environments before we even think of an opportunity. We need to create environments for this stuff to happen so people can take advantage of the opportunities, and then people can be real testimonials of succeeding through these opportunities. And then those people can inspire other people to take those same opportunities, instead of everybody being hopeless and deranged and doing whatever the fuck they want because nobody thinks they're going to live past 35. We'll get into this soon. Actually, we'll get into this right now because it all flows. Spiritual development and alignment. It's got to be freedom of religion. It can't be just one religion. You know exactly what the fuck that does. Turns it into a whole country cult. We're not doing the one religion thing. Healthcare opportunities. I'm talking about, just one example. The whole OBGYN situation is from men's perspective of analyzing women. Not even from the most optimal way a woman can treat a woman into accessing parts of herself and understanding herself as a woman. This healthcare even leads deeper into feminine care, even leads deeper into yoni care and care of the private areas, and just sacred nature of the self, and every woman being able to take care of herself, bro. And I'm not saying this is like women are dirty, bro. Please don't take it like that. I'm saying everybody needs this. But living in a system where for-profit healthcare already, and women have to pay for period pads, did you sign up for your period? No. So we need to have this so women can understand what women need, and then men can help women get those things and create the systems that best connect women with the things that they need so women can do the things they want. Educational and skill development. Black women are the highest educated populace in America. We need to start taking more advantage of that. You have the educational scape, the career job scape is limited to the white man's mind and his imagination and the opportunities that he deems are necessary for society because of the whole white supremacist, narcissist, patriarchy cult that's going on in the USA. Fuck that shit. So we need to start expanding education even beyond American. We need to start going international. We need to start tapping in with black people. I'm so sorry. We need to start tapping in with women in all different parts of the country. We need to start tapping in with women who experience life as women, as different types of women, as career women, independent women, family women, working women, lazy women, hyperactive women, mentally ill women. We need to start getting all the world of women involved instead of limiting ourselves to scientific research that has to be limited by the investor's pocketbook. Why don't we just take the opportunity to create the experience, create the connections, learn from each other, because the studies come from other people like us at the end of the day. Actually, they don't. The studies come from whoever is going to fund somebody publishing that shit. But nobody is going to publish shit that benefits women outside of the system that we use them for in a patriarchy. Self-education is so damn important, bro. I hope you ladies know that. Skill development also comes in there too. It's not just university. It's not just bragging about degrees anymore. Super neurotypical shit right there. Bragging about what kind of mask you wear. Nobody gives a fuck. What can you do with your education? What can you do? How do you best direct your awareness, your autonomy, your intention with that awareness, with that wisdom and that intellect? Expand, dive into your imagination and see that the opportunities are endless. Now we just need more women who have that passion and that drive and that opportunity to be intellectual. And I promise you, there is no reality we can't create. Income earning and career development. We need as many women. It's got to be, I understand the independent woman thing, but please be independent women in a group of 10 women who all have a monthly investment firm that you guys are making $10,000 a month on. Please be independent women in a group of women who are taking care of your bodies and sharing the information with each other. Please be an independent woman in a group of with the same divine intention, bro. You can't do this alone, bro. Men, the whole patriarchy tries to get men to think that we take all this responsibility, we do it alone. We can't. We're suffering. The guys you see on the internet, bro, are lying. They've never done it like a real man can. Because a real man doing it, bro, is a freaking slave his whole damn life, bro. That's a real man, bro. The ones that make it on the TV, bro, are none of that shit, bro. So you really have to sit here and start thinking, bro. Think. We have to stop looking just completely at men for the standard as a one part, because this is a men's cult that created this whole thing, bro. Come on now, you're better than this. You're better than this. Career development and income opportunities are going to be huge, bro, and we're going to talk about that soon. I have a video. I don't want to get too much into it, but definitely stay tuned. We got a video talking about the different ways that you ladies can make money, bro, just off being sexy, and I think it's going to be a beautiful avenue that we're going to drive in. Last thing is going to be clubs and organizing. Hold on, let me just make sure this thing's still recording, bro, because I'm spitting hot fire right now. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby, I'm in here. Oh yeah, baby, I'm in here. All right. Last thing is going to be clubs and organizations. Everything beyond the male gaze, beyond the male gaze, beyond the male gaze. Let your imagination exist beyond the male gaze and become somebody outside of the male gaze, and then decide what you want to do with male attention and the male gaze. That's going to change your life. Become somebody outside of the male gaze, totally, completely accepting of yourself. See what the male gaze is and how you can apply it to your life and how you can influence it to make your life better. Attack the game with intention. You won't lose again. You won't lose again. And when you don't want to worry about the stress of men or men not meeting your standards, community of women that don't be shitting on each other, that be building together, that be having a good time together, because it's not all about men, bro. Because men aren't even we created a system that subconsciously plots us at the standard. We don't uphold the standard every single day. You know how damn hard that shit is? I'm exposing these niggas, bro. Really, I'm an alien, though, so don't even trip, bro. I'm a man, but like I'm an alien man, so I ain't even really tripping exposing them like that. So, as we see right here, the ideal woman, the ideal situation, this is going to be, and I say ideal because this is just like, we as regular human beings, community people, need to prioritize families. I'm sorry, bro. Like, yes, we need to be having, like, we could be having sex. Yes, we could be enjoying, you know, I want this here, I want this here, I want to explore. I love that. But the foundation for everybody's life needs to be, hey, taken care of by a family, welcomed in by a family, creating a family. And women, a lot of you think that you won't be good enough to have kids, to have a family, to build and to grow. That's all bullshit. It's all male projection insecurity. We all need to explore when we're young, especially in a society that holds us back and limits us in expressing ourselves so much. We need to learn ourselves. Don't be ashamed in that, but know that at the end of the day, we have an intention. Beyond our exploration journey, we have an intention of building something right or being a part of a family that does something right for the community and for the people that it's raising. Many of us won't even have kids. Many of us are so damn traumatized we won't even have kids, bro. But we still have to prepare ourselves to be good role models and good figures and good influences when our time outside of the dating game, outside of the Playboy era is done. And when we have to exist that 30, 40, 50, 60 years as grown adults and not as kind of figuring it out teen adults. So this will more so be the balanced, the super feminine, the motherly, nurturing, caring woman. This will generally be that, not because there's anything wrong with the other. Please don't take that from here. Not because there's anything wrong with the woman, because this is a foundation that everybody needs. Not everybody needs to be a hoe all the time. Not everybody needs to be a career person all the time. Not everybody needs to be a playboy all the time. Not everybody needs to be single and independent and just making it all work on their own all the time. Everybody needs a family and everybody needs motherly love, bro. So we need to make sure that that is the standard, the baseline. So at least a majority of our world community is founded on this foundation, and we can expand beyond people having mothers and the community having women that take care of each other and the people, rather than depending on a foundation of independent people who don't like anybody because they don't even like themselves, bro. And I know I'm pointing at career women here, bro, but I'm only saying that because it's like, this is like the bonded women and this is like the independent woman. And this independent woman lives a completely different lifestyle than a motherly woman. But they're both so necessary in society to truly express and regulate the freedom of the infinite woman. So that's why I have to have all of y'all cut the fucking shame and cut that shit talking and cut all the bullshit animosity you have for other women, bro, who are living different experiences, living different lives than you. Because everybody started out the same. We're just all living different places trying to go to the same place, bro. Which is, I guess, the next life. So I guess it is pretty damn important what we do while we're here, bro, for each other. This is going to be the Women's Mutual Aid Fund. And these women can take their money from, whether it's community, from saving up, whether it's from the hubby, the spouse giving them money and working in the field, whether it's from the funds and the people making money as some kind of generation. This is going to be from the real world work. This is going to be from the women getting out and getting to the nitty gritty and getting into the outside money generation. You know, now I'm thinking about it, this could be more of like an online money generating thing, taking care of the kids. And then this is I'm out in the world becoming somebody type of money. So this lady right here doesn't even need to prioritize a relationship. She needs to prioritize finding men who are only going to amplify the experience she has and make her dreams happen quicker so she can get to the place where she wants to go. So if she wants to even consider this, she can now be in a position to consider this. But having achieved that, and the men in her life that she included in her story, made it easier for her to make this dream happen, if this is her. But if this is her, then the men in her life make it, or whoever the man is, or the man is, or whatever it is, make it easier in her life to get to this point and to be that motherly woman. And then the men in her life make it easier and regulate it for her to be a motherly woman. So everywhere she goes, everyone can take influence and inspiration. But I'm about to get kicked out of here in a second here. So let me just get to the final parts right here. This is like at the end of the day, this is going to be like the larger scale social change that we're going to have to be thinking about. Civic duty and communal responsibility. We live so individualistically in this world, in this culture, that we don't even have and people are so lacking personal purpose and responsibility. It's going to be so long to figure this out. People are going to have to just really, really, really disconnect from society and truly dig into their imagination, into what we could be, before we even come into some kind of moral code, because you guys are fucked up as human beings. Royally. So next is social culture and entertainment. This is something we have access to. We create this. We set the trends. We set the trends. We set the trends. You know what I'm saying? We set the trends, bro. So and I'm telling you, bro, this is another idea that I've had that I'm going to be busting up soon. But if you've watched Tubi TV, Tubi movies on there, them shits is so funny, bro. But it's low-key regular people, young aspiring filmmakers and that get on and create different types of shows and movies. But there's no Netflix type funding in that shit. But there's still some quality acting. There's still some quality entertainment in there that I'll be watching. Damn, bro, I might even throw some recommendations in the comments of this shit. But we have to create the culture. We have to create the value. We have to generate the attention and turn it to value that we have decided is valuable, not what society has given us to value, because society gives us shit to value that ends up destroying everything. Music, entertainment, TV, all types of bullshit, bro. We can influence that. We don't have to let them force feed us food, and then we have to tell them that we like it. No, we like what helps us be healthy, be taken care of, and be well, and be passionate, and all types of good shit. We don't like being nasty and destroyed and weak and traumatized. Media and the press. I've seen too many damn gossip vlogs or gossip blogs for there to not be any kind of interconnected infrastructure for this. For women's news, women's this, women's that. And I'm telling you, bro, I can't tell you as a woman what it's going to take to heal the community or to heal yourselves, bro. You have to look to other women, bro, to women that you as a collective decide are worthy of listening to, bro. And not everybody's perfect, bro. It's probably going to be taking bits and pieces, characteristics out of people, bro, that people exemplify, and then creating a Jesus kind of identity about those morals and those characteristics, and then everybody can look up to that person, but not feel, oh, I don't look like that person. I don't have money like that person. I wasn't born into a situation like that person, to feel otherized or excluded to living a lifestyle like that. Ladies, I believe in you. You don't understand, bro. How the hell can somebody like me, some rando dude like me, bro, think about all this shit, bro? I really want to see a world, bro, where it's just women are just living so fully in their free in their beauty, in their being. And I was watching a video probably a couple weeks ago talking about situations similar to this. And it was a young indigenous American dude. And he's saying, dude, we don't understand, you Americans, how you treat your women, bro, how you allow this stuff to happen, bro. How you allow them to be disrespected, bro. You walk all over them, bro, and you expect them to raise good, loving, caring, expressive children, bro. You don't even respect the being itself, bro. How do you expect the being to create greatness for you now? How do you, what is this? This is part of, this woman is now a part of, your closet. She's a walking home now. The woman is basically a dog mixed with like a house, mixed with like a forced best friend, really like a roommate for a lot of dudes, bro. And like that is so sad, bro. And I hope that a lot more of you women don't have to like keep enduring experiences like that to understand that like a lot of these dudes be shiesty as fuck, bro. And a man is not who's gonna give you your salvation, bro. It's gonna be a community of women, bro, who are ready to change the world. And I believe in y'all, bro. Everything that I have, bro, believes in y'all for real. So go ahead and get that shit going. Buy you a toy, bro. Delete all them dudes' numbers at your phone, bro, and let's get to work.